I have tasked myself, guys. This is Sunday, normally my day off, but we have just got gorgeous weather. This is what I guess you would call Indian summer. We've had a stretch of dry, no rain, and man, we're in the low 70s right now, and it feels great. I had a brilliant idea, and I think it comes from that expression, when life gives you lemons, that expression. So I had bought a load of logs, and okay, they're made of wood, they're long and straight, but they just aren't what I would call my sweet spot. These are varying species. A lot of them have mud on them. There's a number of oak logs in here. I'm just saying, guys, a lot of these are covered in mud, and I know how finicky some of my restaurants are, that I would not be bringing these to for restaurants to cook over. The other problem for residential, and what I take pride in, guys, is I am a high-end residential delivery service, and I can't be sending out logs that are covered in mud. I'm looking at this one up here. It's just got a lot of mud on it. But I just came up with a brilliant plan. I'm going to make a new drying area. I'm still going to process these into firewood, but I'm going to be stacking them up towards the driveway for two reasons. Winter is coming, and my residential firewood drying yard, I am soon going to be shut out of this because this becomes a pond, too soft, and my truck will get stuck in it pretty quick. So I am going to be creating a new stacking area closer to the driveway. But I have noticed, as I've been building up my portfolio on restaurants, I've been getting a lot more pizza ovens. And what I've learned about most pizza ovens is they're not really finicky about the wood. They want it to be hardwoods because the customer never sees it. They just need heat. So my thought is I'm going to get all these processed into firewood, and I'm going to stack them up by the road, and then this winter that can be my pizza oven wood. These logs I also know are over a year old. They had sat out in a field. I'm not saying they're seasoned though, because as soon as you split these open, there's still moisture inside. My thought is with the low humidity, and as long as we avoid some freezing temperatures going into the winter, I think these will dry out and I can make them pizza oven wood. I am on my approach. If you recall, we had gravelled this in back in the spring, and I'm going to make this a new stacking area. It's still close to the driveway, and this is where I used to lay the logs when they would come from the drivers. This was before we built the road. So I'm going to smooth this area out. I have a number of pallets that I can stack, and my plan, guys, is to stack them this way. That will allow me to broadside load the truck, but it's not that far off the pavement. I can get this packed pretty hard. I think we'll be okay. I still think I'm going to lay down one more row of pallets this way for my oak, and because there's some oak in that big pile of logs, I can process them, and then I can stack in the same location. I can put the oak here while I'm stacking the other stuff. And I got to get this cleaned up, and I don't know how you guys are, but sometimes logs just become part of the scenery. I need to use my grapple, and I'm going to take these over to my woodshed, get these out of the way, and after that I'll remove the grapple from my tractor, and I'll put the bucket on and do some smoothing. This is the Titan Attachments Grapple. Guys, I've had this for a couple years now, and trust me, it gets used a lot, and it's been great. It works good, and it's strong, no complaints. And I have an affiliate link for Titan. If you're looking for something like this, use my link, free shipping. First things first, we're going to pick these logs up, and then we'll take the grapple off, put the bucket on. I am not the best compact tractor operator, and I'm not the best grappler, but I have learned from past experiences, and I think I'm becoming a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks. And after almost dislocating both shoulders trying to reattach my hydraulic lines when I'm trying to put my grapple back on, I've learned that you shut the engine off and you cycle your third function buttons to relieve the pressure out of your lines before you take it off. And once that's done, life becomes easier when you want to put them back on. Hey, it's still Sunday, and I got the bucket on. I'm getting better at this, guys. We have the bucket on. So guys, this is not going to be precision stuff. I just need to smooth this down. It got built up pretty good over the years because this is where all the logs were. I'm just gonna like drag this around, smooth it out. I have some holes I gotta fill in over here and some ruts. But the plan is I got some pallets that I picked up. I'm gonna lay one more row this way where the oak will go, and then I'm gonna stack the other wood going this way. I was doing it in my head on where the preferred way to load the truck would be and how the wood's going to get stacked, and like the dry stuff will be here, the green stuff here. So we'll get it all figured out, but I got my bucket on. I'm just gonna scrape to smooth all this out. This ground kind of has a slope that goes towards you, so I'm not worried about the wood tipping or anything on it. It's going to be going this way, and that's the way the stacks are going. All right, let's do some bucket work. see, some pretty rich soil. It's had a lot of organic material put in it over the years. If you recall from my earlier videos, this was the location for my logs, and I did all my sawing, all my prep here. So it's taken a lot of inputs over the years. I think now this could be, I'm starting to see it all come together here, guys. This section here, guys, this is all my one restaurant. They're high volume, and you can tell the different shades of season. This is the greenest stuff. The most dry is down there. And I am probably going to just stop it right here. And then we have a gap because I need a place to walk. And now this is my oak for a different restaurant. This is all oak. So I'm going to lay down, just because of their volume, I don't need as much in stock, but I'm going to lay down one row of pallets here. And that pile, I won't have to separate it when I'm running my machine. It can all go into the same trailer. And then when I'm stacking, I'll have the oak that can just go right here, and the mixed hardwoods will go right next to it. These are some heavier pallets that I found, so I stopped and picked them up. Guys, pallets are the way to go, and never spend money on pallets. They are too easy to find for free. I now have space for 2 more rows of oak. I stack the outside edge on this side and then on this side, and that'll leave a big gap right down the center. No mold, no mushrooms. Let this oak start drying out. Here is the next thing. I have a large pile of pallets, and I don't feel like moving them by hand. So I'm going to put my forks on the tractor now, and I will fork over this stack of pallets, and we'll get these laid out, get ready to start moving some firewood. First try, huh? Who is getting better at putting on his attachments? This guy. I think I'm getting smarter as I move along, guys. The old me would have walked back and forth carrying these pallets. And the last one, guys. And this is my vision, guys. 2 more rows of oak, and then I'm going to start stacking that less than ideal load of logs when I get those processed. I can back my trailer in here, get them stacked, lay down another row of pallets, and just keep coming this way. When loading time comes, the first load I'll have a little trouble with. The reason I'm not over in here, guys, this is real swampy in the wintertime. I have a mess in here still that I got to clean up, which is on my list of things to do. And then I can get in my flail mower, get all that mowed down, and at least make it look presentable. I think someday I can get that area put into the drying yard, but right now it's just too soft. And I've learned in Ohio in the wintertime, You got to stay close to the pavement. Now let's get the trailer hitched up. I have a very small load of logs in there. I'm just going to back it up in here and we'll start getting it stacked. And this is how I'm going to do it, guys. So, you know, this load, this is beech, this is maple, there's poplar in here too. So I'm not going to be separating these species. I'm just going to start stacking. I'm also not going to lean this wood up against this outside row of oak. I've just learned from experience that's where you can start getting mold to grow. So I'll just start stacking this way. Once I get that outside row done, I'll stack the next row on the inside like this, with a little bit of a gap in between. Winter time, I think the chances of mold really go down. So if you get your wood a little bit closer, I think it's okay. And then oak, guys, we go right here, and I can get this started. Winter's coming, the yard seems to shrink to me, the usable space that I can use. Now I won't have to separate my oak from my other hardwoods when I'm running them through the machine. I can just put everything right into the trailer and I'm in the general area where I can stack both. I like it. Now I just need to get all this wood made and stacked. So that's what I got going on this Sunday, guys. I'm just doing some work around the woodyard, trying to get organized for the winter time. It seems that my yard shrinks and I'm trying to take steps to be more efficient when the snow flies. Man, the mud starts and it changes everything. I got my pallet system started. I like it. I hope that you'll see more of this throughout the winter as we show you a day in the life of a firewood delivery service. All right, guys, that's all I got for now. I hope everyone has a great day.